How do you know that a DJ is doing a good job?
Crowd control, by far. As dialed in as I try to be with, my beat matching or, staying in key, like the number one thing a DJ has to do is like read the vibe and go with it. I think the way I kind of go about it is I'll do like 2 songs for them and 1 song for me. I think when a DJ is like too focused on like, staying in key and staying in like their beat matching and whatnot, then I think that's great, and obviously like any DJ should do that. But I think no matter what's important is like knowing your crowd and tailoring to it, but also giving a little flavor what you want to demonstrate and showcase.
What are your thoughts on DJs playing in non-traditional spaces?
Honest thoughts, I do think as time goes on, especially like post-pandemic, people are getting more creative, and I think it's great that there are parties and events happening outside of your traditional club and bar. Yeah. I think it's awesome. It's forward moving. I just think that with that, the music is just not as tasteful as it's expected to be. You're hearing your song in a club or anything with a better sound system, you're able to kind of see the feeling of people dancing on the dance floor, you can say. I think as time moves on, people just want like a viral moment versus like, we just do a party at, a sauna, or we just do a party at whatever. I think it's incredible, but it's also like they're doing it for the virality of it, not for like the sounds and the feeling people may experience there.
So you would say it's more gimmicky?
Yeah. I would definitely say that's a great way to put it. People are doing the events and parties as more of a gimmick. And that's their thing. I just don't think it's for me.
So you talked about people doing pop-ups, events at different places. Is there any ones who are actually doing it well?
Yeah. I think on top of my head, people that are doing it correct and like something I can get behind of is definitely AM radio. They started in Venice. They branched off to like Colorado. They branch off to I believe Austin. They're looking at like the East Coast right now. They kind of do it right. Sometimes they do events like just coffee too, so it's like kind of pop up in the mornings. I love coffee. Like if I can wake up in the morning, go see a DJ play, get a coffee, why wouldn't I do that? That's perfect. It's a perfect morning. And then these other cats called Metro Gnome. These are just like young hustlers doing their thing. They're doing it in overseas. They're doing it in Miami, they're doing it in New York, doing it in LA. So they kind of inspire me as well too. Go-Yo Club too. They're fire. They be DJing and launching mats. That's hot. That's dope. I would say like the ones I mentioned on top of my head are the ones who are doing it right and like actually building something that I can for sure get behind.
So you've worked in LA, Miami, and New York. What's the difference between events in these 3 cities?
Wow. If I had to talk about New York, it's never a problem getting people out their house. If you think about the city in general, it's much more crammed. Everything is much more, close to each other. People want to get out, especially even past your Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. You do a party on a Wednesday there, and it's gonna pop regardless. The energy and the open-mindedness. You can play a record out there thinking that I'm not sure they're gonna love it, and they're gonna absolutely love it. Versus Miami is kind of more tailored to like the clubs and the after hours type of scene. Miami doesn't sleep. Like if I think about Vegas, Miami is 10 times. Just 10 times much more of a monster. I do love the culture Miami brings as well. It's very house oriented, very, I guess more of like the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans and kind of like that culture. When I do events with that, I like to tailor kind of more towards that. But if we're talking like LA, this is my home. I would say LA events, it's more of a challenge to get people outside of their house. People get to go in their backyard and hang out. It's a beautiful day. People in LA maybe come off more entitled, but the Angelinos, they'll mob out if they have to. But I definitely think it's more of a challenge getting people out their house in LA. So if I had to say like, if I had to rank, I would definitely go New York, Miami, LA. If I'm talking like a worldwide perspective, but I still love LA the most though, if I had to pick one.
What do you think about these Rihanna, Fenty, Puma collab?
They're different. I will say that. I kind of see like the vibe they're going for. Like It's definitely like, you know, more street wear, but there also has like a little soccer in it as well, like kind of inspired. I mean, I respect the heck out of Rihanna, and I think Puma is starting to get on the come up again the last couple of years. So I mean, I'll give it a splash. Honestly, it's kind of hot. Yeah, I'll give it a splash for sure. Yeah.
Like Devin Booker, he reminds me of your kind of style. Actually.
Yeah. He's just such a dope dude too. The way he just does his VHS, and you know, this is like someone like that I can resonate with. Like if I was balling like that, I do think he's slept on NBA, my personal opinion. But yeah, he's the man. All his vintage cars he has. Like if I was playing the NBA, like I would be just like this guy, rolling out in the low rider, and you know, any of the Chevy, all the Impalas. That would be exactly who I would be. So no, he's a dope.
He's got a really simple, minimal
Very
style.
simple, minimal
He's
style.
all about the chucks.
Yeah, exactly.
He's all about the blacks.
Yeah.
The neutrals.
He'll match the tone, you know what I'm saying? You got like the brown and the baby blues in there, so he'll do like, you got the beanie joint on there, you know what I'm saying? Match it with the little sweater, add like these Dickie pants, like bro, these are Dickie pants right here. It's exactly what I would wear. And you mess it with the chucks, like, come on now, it just makes a lot more sense, you know? This is dope. It's the little things like this, you know? Step out.
What do you give it?
This is a fit I would wear. I give it at least a 9-1 splash. 9-1 splash for sure.
I don't know what these are.
they're the what are those? These are the what are those.
I think those are Nikes.
Yeah, they're Nikes. Definitely soccer inspired. I love the sport of football. You know, we're doing something in the football world soon. I can get behind these, but would I wear them? Like, nah, this is the trash. Yeah, definitely no splash. Trash.
All right, which would you rather play? Rolling Loud or Coachella?
Oh, Coachella, 100%. When you're talking like on a global scale, you know, I would say Glastonbury is the very tippy top of the iceberg, and nothing can compare to that. But Coachella is its own, you know, goat of its own festival, I guess, world. You know, Coachella is like, that's like the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? You play that, like that's what everyone wants to play. They want to play Coachella any time of the day, any stage. You did that, you made it, you know? But if you're talking like Glastonbury, then you're playing like the World Cup. That's different, you know? So it's a good question.
In terms of rage music, who are you picking? Playboi Carti or Travis Scott?
Oh, man. For me personally, Travis. That's all day. Yeah, easily. He's, in my opinion, right now, when you think of a dedicated following, you know, like the kids are doing whatever Travis is doing. Yeah, he's showing the world like what's in right now and what's cool. And like for me, like, and I think he's 30, like I'm 29, like I can resonate with him more. I think Playboi Carti is incredible. I think what he does is awesome. Me personally, like the Playboi Carti is a little, it's a lot to take in. The Travis is perfect. Yeah, Travis makes you just want to like throw like a trash can at somebody. Playboi Carti makes you want to throw a dumpster at somebody. That's different, you know what I mean? So yeah, Travis.
If you had to throw a boiler room style event in either a skate park or a retail store like Urban Outfitters, which one are you picking?
Oh, 1000% skate park. Yeah, I believe Chase and Status did that in Venice. That was hot. Chase and Status is like, you know, drum and bass, you know, UK, in your face. They do records with, who do they do a record with? A UK, he's like a goat too. I'm blanking right now. Anyways, Chase and Status like did a pop-up in Venice at a skate park, and it looked like the coolest thing I've ever seen. I think Repopulate Mars did it. They do things in LA and New York, if I'm not mistaken. And like the energy of the skating, you know, I mean, all the kids and my age grew up skating. That's all we did. You know what I'm saying? I hurt my head skateboarding. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm not doing nothing in Urban Outfitters. So no, I think Urban's cool. I think Urban has got a couple things, you know, but I'm definitely doing it in a skate park, 1000%. Easily.
Okay, now.
And I'm playing like Project 8 music. I'm playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. I'm playing records like that too. Yeah, that'll be hot. Yeah.